This year, I will be traveling around the world to volunteer at different rescues. First up, we have Potcake Place Canine Rescue in Turks and Caicos.
Hello, pup. We'll not stay in her Hello, pup. Save her life. This is Purdy.
Purdy. Okay, I got her.
Come on, Birdie. Let's go. Birdie won't stay in her playpen. She keeps jumping out. Okay, pup. Remember last time you guys scratched me all over it. I gotta go fast because their people are picking them up for walks.
So what exactly is a potcake, and who is this rescue's founder?
My name is Jane Parker Rao. I'm from the United Kingdom originally, but I've been here for about 28 years in the Turks and Caicos Islands. Potcake is the dog from the Turks and Caicos Islands and the Bahamas. It's named after what the locals all used to feed them. So the remains at the pot at the end of cooking, you know, if your husband's burning the meal, what's left at the bottom of the pot that gets burnt on the bottom gets scraped off, formed into a crab cake type shape and thrown to the dog. So it's the cake of the pots, pot cake. But genetically, a Turks and Caicos pot cake is predominantly an English Labrador, a German Shepherd and an English Foxhound Terrier. So that's the three main breeds, but you can have some Chihuahua, some Doberman, some Rottweiler, some Border Collie, you name it. But predominantly you're looking at an English Labrador, German Shepherd, Foxhound Terrier. They average about 50 pounds when fully grown. Some can be a little smaller, some quite big, but the average is 50 pounds.
Oopsie. Good girl. Boy, boy. All right. You're feisty. Oh, you're gonna hit your head. A nice dog. I heard the growling. It wasn't very nice. Okay. Prim. Oh, Prim is gonna be feisty. Okay, scratch this one now. I think it's a girl. Prim. It's a girl's name. It's okay. It's okay.
Now, how and why did Potcake Place start?
It started basically just living here and seeing an issue with the dogs on the streets and just constantly saying, you know, people were saying that somebody needs to do something about this, and it occurred to me one day that maybe I could be that first person to do something about it. One of those people to do something about it. Definitely not the first and definitely not the last. So it just kind of snowballed, really. I just started going out and volunteering, helping dogs get picked up and getting them in to be spayed and neutered. And I just had some free time on my hands, and a group of us wanted to go out and do that. So we went basically from door to door and picking up dogs, telling people, talking to them. Education is the key. That's the main thing. That's the start, the end, the be-all of everything that we've been trying to do here is really education. And going out and talking to people and saying we need to get these dogs spayed and neutered to stop them being born in the first place. And in doing that, obviously we found that when we're trying to spay and neuter these dogs, what comes with that is a lot of puppies. And there was nowhere to put these puppies. There's no shelter here. There was nowhere to handle the need of all of these puppies. And so these puppies, unfortunately, all had to be euthanized, which was a sad thing to see, but there was nowhere to put these puppies. And so I somehow ended up being that person that used to take these puppies and at the end of the day having to get them euthanized. And one day, how Potcake Place started actually is one day I was returning from a spay-neuter day, and I got a call about a puppy that some people were throwing rocks at downtown, and I was called to see if I could help, and I turned up and picked up this puppy and got it to the vet, and the puppy was physically okay, but the word came down that, you know, there was nowhere to put this puppy and it had to be euthanized. And while I was waiting for this to happen, this little puppy who was about 8 weeks old was a little black puppy with a little white stripe down his nose, with a little tail, her nose that curled all around the back of her back. And I looked at this puppy and this puppy looked back at me, and I decided that I was going to take this puppy home with me, and that was the first of many, many. And about a week or so later, someone called me saying, you know, I understand you're doing work with the dogs on the streets, and we're in the market for another dog. Has to be a female, there's no rush, but my wife wants it to be a black female, just after a childhood story that she had called Tommy Brockett, about a badger. And it had to be black with a white stripe down its nose and a little tail that curled all the way over its back with a little white tip at the end of its tail. And they said, whenever, if ever, you find a puppy like this, we have a place for it. And I said, funny you should say that. I have the exact puppy. So Potcake Place started with me realizing that there was a place for every Potcake. So I started taking them in while continuing to try and deal with them being spayed and neutered. I took the pups in and adopted them out. So the deal was, in my head, that if we can stop them being spayed, stop them being born, spay and neuter them, take the ones that have been born, spay and neuter those, adopt them out, we're going to be a situation where there were no more homeless dogs. And that's where it started, in 2004.
You're okay. Thank you. You're fine. You really didn't like that. She said, please don't give me a bath.
She just doesn't like the water.
No. Okay, other side. Other side. Oh, this way. Okay.
I wanted to know, what makes this rescue unique, and what are the day-to-day operations like?
So in the adoption centre, we have pups that are ready to be adopted, and what we want now is to get them to be socialised. And so we started doing these walks just purely for the benefit of the dog. It's not an excursion. You know, it's not something that we're doing for the tourists. We're actually using them in order to help the dogs. And so the pups, once they've had all of their vaccinations, we now want them out with different people. So in the morning we come in, and there are some pups that have to stay here. There's a lot in foster homes, but we don't have enough foster homes. But there are pups here. They all need to be bathed. There's a lot of them sometimes. It's not a very glamorous job. They all need to be up, bathed, harnesses on, collars on. People come, they line up to take a puppy out for 30 minutes, an hour, just to take them out in the morning before it gets too hot, to get them used to different people. So one day we want them out with some very well-behaved children, next day we want them out with a big guy with a hat on. We're trying to change it up a bit, and responsible people take them out for a little bit before it gets too hot, and they're all out in the morning, then they come back. Pups have lunch, get checked out generally by one of our vets that sees them regularly, and then in the afternoon they're here just to see people, meet their new forever homes, hopefully. And we just talk to people about what we're trying to do here. Again, spreading the word and education is what this centre's all about.
Okay, now stay down. Stay down. Okay.
Good boy.
Royal. Royal?
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh. Digger, why don't you like Royal?
Easy boy.
Okay, Royal. Oh boy. You're covered in poop, so you really need a bath. Royal, you have poop on you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Rescues run on volunteers and donations. So we asked Jane, what can the public do to help?
Helping, again, spreading the word and education. We're all volunteers here. We need help everywhere. Everyone can help in some way. Not everyone can do everything, right? But everyone can do something. So when people come to the Turks and Caicos Islands, a lot of people will bring items for the rescue, for the shelter. So things like basic things, everything that a puppy needs, we need. So things like pee-pee pads, toys, collars, leashes, treats, blankets, those little blankets. Anything that the pups need, we really like people to bring. They can help by taking a pup out in the morning. They can help by offering to bathe them. We need help in the morning with people bathing the pups. They can help to offer to be a courier back to where they are going. So if people are going back to New York or California or Canada, We have approved homes that are in these places. We don't send them off to shelters, but we have people that have been approved to adopt these pups, and we now need someone that just volunteers to take that pup back to where they're going. Things have got a little harder at the moment in that regard into the States. With the CDC last August 2024, the CDC changed the rules in the United States that no dog could enter the United States until it was at least 6 months age, coming from anywhere, not just the Turks and Caicos Islands, even if the dog was born in the United States and then left the United States. A dog cannot get back in until it is 6 months of age. This has caused the charity no end of problems. A couple of reasons. One, financially, we are now having to keep these dogs for longer until we can get them home. Also physically, these dogs are bigger now. We don't have a shelter here. That's what we are trying now to establish another area where we can keep these dogs. That's all costing more money. And physically, when a Potcake is 6 months of age, it is generally too big to get on a commercial flight. So American Airlines, United Airlines, JetBlue, Delta will not take a pet checked in. It's only carry on, and Potcakes are too big when they're 6 months of age. So 98% of the time, we can only get these 6-month-old dogs on private jets, which unfortunately Potcake Place does not have. So we rely on people that are coming down, flying privately, that will please say to us, look, we're going back home to Tallahassee or wherever they're going back to, and offer to give a pup a ride. So we need people to offer to courier them. We need people to bring down things to donate for them. We need support in every way. Everyone can do something.
Another way to help this rescue is through donations. I've provided a link in both the description and the comments of this video for those of you who would like to donate.
So Potcake Place, we have a website, potcakeplace.com. If you just type in dog and Turks and Caicos Islands, we will come up. Go to the website, we have all of our information on there. We also have an Instagram page, Potcake Place Canine Rescue, and you can find that. You can purchase t-shirts, items through our website. Every penny goes to the shelter, and every single one of these pups we keep. Once it comes into our doors, we keep every single one until. Even if that takes a year or two, we are keeping that dog in our care. So by purchasing items through our website, you help to sponsor that dog while it is in care. So go to our website, potcakeplace.com, click on how you can help, and you'll find a list of everything that we need and more. We appreciate it very, very much.
Flea and tick shampoo, yeah, because they had fleas. They've already given them one flea bath. They're giving them another. So now I'm going to lift him up.
Hey, poppers.
I'm going to sit in this for a minute, sir.
Some of the puppies at Potcake Place are very young and are just starting to regulate their own body temperature, so we brought them outside to towel dry them in order to ensure that they get dry faster. I would like to extend a heartfelt thank you to our Airbnb host, Stacy. She offered us a discounted stay in her lovely property situated on Long Bay Beach. In addition, Stacy volunteers for Potcake Place, and her generous accommodation allows us to continue supporting pets in need. The views were breathtaking, and the beach was absolutely beautiful. I've included a link to this Airbnb in the description as well.
Hello, puppy number 2. With the shampoo.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm sorry.
hungry. You're a very chunky puppy. Poor little guy.
The first black one was the feistiest of all these guys. These ones here just want to sleep.
I sincerely appreciate everyone for watching today's video and for the ongoing support you've shown me over the years. Your views, shares, comments, and likes enable me to continue my work. The most impactful way to support what I do is by clicking that subscribe or follow button and sharing with all of your friends. Once again, thank you all for assisting me in my mission to help pets in need.